Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back to another playthrough. I'm Nier Replicant. Last time is that we were successful in completing, I believe, like one side quest, and we continued the main story where we had to come back to the Iri, and this is what happened. There was a giant, well, it seemed like the town got taken over by shades, and they all like collected into like this giant shade that we had to kill. Emil helped us, went out of control, and he leveled the entire town. It is entirely gone. So the Iri is no more. But we were able to obtain another part of the Shadow Lord castle key. So we're going to continue with that.
Maybe Popol has found some information about the Shadow Lord. Let's drop by the village.
Very well.
And, you know, Emil, like the sweet boy he is, feels terrible about what happened about leveling an entire town. But Nier's like, you saved us. Ain't that big of a deal. Kind of showing just how desperate and the insane lengths this man is willing to go to find his sister, which I understand, but like it's really sad he doesn't realize just how crazy of a thing they did. Let me check the plants, and let me do a save here as well. Okay. Okay. Plant some more. Blue. Gold. Blue. Looks like I've got 2 indigo plants this time. I kind of want to, before we go on to the next part of the game, run to the junkyard and deal with the side quest that was there. Remember how Gideon told us that some shades had taken over like a floor within the junk heap? We can't have that now, can we? So I think we'll run that way. Let me look through the side quest that we have going. Yeah, still working on this. I still need to get all the stuff for that. Still working on that. And then, yeah, this is what I was thinking of. So, on the second floor of the junk heap. Okay. Let's go do that. This won't be like a really long playthrough like last playthroughs. I'm realizing I played this game for a very long time. I could play this game for like 2-3 hours. But I need to be more careful about that because not everyone wants to watch a 2-3 hour playthrough. Of course, that's why I have the cut version. But because it's like 2-3 hours, even the cut versions can be kind of long sometimes, be like an hour. So I'm gonna try and keep this playthrough in the hour and a half range. I do need to get ready for work eventually. Hey! Ugh, I should kill him just for that. You know what? Yes. Wait, okay, well, we're already up here. Nope, it took too long. We're leaving. Why are you taking out your spear? What's up? Nothing. So remember how I was talking about Toker Avengers the last couple of playthroughs? Well, one I found out the anime's not over yet. It's supposed to continue. It's supposed to come out with a season 4, I think it is. I'm in season 3 now. And finally, Takemichi is starting to have a bit more oomph to him. He's still really weak, can't really fight, still gets his butt beat, but he's doing better. Because it's actually kind of funny. But spoilers. But I will say it's still kind of fun to watch. So he had gone back to the present after changing about stuff in the past. Okay. Yes, he was able to keep a guy named Teta out of. I'm sorry, give me a minute. My nose is messing with me right now. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah. In the past, Takemichi was able to do a couple of things. I guess I am kind of missing. We'll be skipping a lot. So like Takemichi and the guy Hifuyo. They had decided to start working with Kisaki in order to take down the gang leader of the gang, the Black Dragon.
So we just need to replace the parts in this elevator, right? Perfect. Now we can head up to the second floor.
Ooh, he's smart too. So yeah, they had to work with Kisaki. With Kisaki and what the other guy, Hanma? Hanma?
First mechanical monsters and now shades. Some manner of curse been placed on this mountain?
Hey, if there are shades to kill, it's fine with me.
Here comes some more.
They certainly are dedicated to this attack.
So yeah, Toyo and Takemichi were with Kisaki because apparently Kisaki has an informant within the Black Dragon group or gang. But well, something happens, and one of the higher-ups in Black Dragon, Koko and Nupi,
Be careful. This is a stronger shade than the ones previous.
Careful, my ass. I'll slice this guy apart.
Yes. Assuring.
so they find out that they have the rat and Black Dragon, and so they actually come in to the
Those shades
meeting.
are tricky when they work together like that.
I doubt this will be the last time we see such a tactic. We'd best use caution in the future.
And so they arrive at the meeting between Kisaki, Takemichi, Kisaki. Oh yeah, no. Kisaki, Takemichi, Shifuyo, and Hanma. They drag away the Black Dragon informant, and instead Koko gives Kisaki and them the information. And that information is about the head of the Black Dragon, whose name is Taito, who is a problem boy. This guy is, well, insane, to put it simply. He is highly abusive to his own siblings, Hakai and Yuzuha or Yuta, something like that. Their mother died when they were all relatively young, and their father was rarely there, and so let me see if I can do anything about the words to get a better item drop rate. I don't have anything for item drop rate? Darn it. I think both of these have a high, yeah. So yeah, the father were like rarely around, so Kaizu was basically the one raising them, if you can count what he says as raising them. Because it's just the simplest things. Oh, who left the light on? Beats the crap out of you. Oh, who left the toilet sleep open? Beats the crap out of you. Oh, you're being too loud. Beats the crap out of you. You didn't wake up on time. Beats the crap. He just was forever beating them. And so this is the guy who is the leader of Black Dragon. And the unfortunate thing is that one of the brothers, or one of the siblings, Hakai, is a member of Toman, which is the group Takemichi and Chihiro are a part of. It's a rival group of the Black Dragon. And so Kaiju is like, I won't utterly destroy Toman if you, Hakai, join Black Dragon. And again, Kaiju's been an abusive bastard basically Hakai's entire life. So he went along with it, but he's still an abusive bastard. So he makes a plan to see if he can kill Kaiju. So Takemichi, Kisaki, Chihiro, and Hanma talk to an informant to figure out when it is Kaiju will be alone, because they're guessing that is when Hakai will try and kill Kaiju. So they figure it out, and it will be on Christmas Eve at night in a church, because apparently he's a devout Christian. Right, okay. Beats the crap out of your siblings for absolutely no reason. You're a devout Christian. Okay. So they were right. Hakai was there at the time they thought, and he was there to kill Kaiju. Through a whole lot of mess, Chihiro, Takemichi are in like another leader of another division of Toman are able to bring down Kaiju and basically destroy Black Dragon. And so this results in Black Dragon therefore becoming part of Toman. It falls under them now. So cool, fine, dandy. Problem is, I can't remember exactly why I told that part. I guess it's not too important to know this part. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about how everything messed up. Okay, there it is. Because during this whole thing where Chihiro and Takemichi were working with Kisaki to bring down Black Dragon, Kisaki actually betrayed Takemichi and Chihiro. And when Takemichi was in there trying to convince Hakai not to kill his brother, Chihiro was outside the church by himself with Kisaki and Hanma, and they beat up Chihiro and tied him up so that basically they could have it so that Hakai would kill his brother or Kaiju kill Hakai, either one. But with the help of Mikey showing up, who is the leader of Toman, Draken showing up, who is the vice commander of Toman, we're able to avoid all that, and Black Dragon falls. But Kisaki had betrayed everyone. So Chihiro had told Mikey what he did. What Kisaki did, that he betrayed them. And so Mikey's just like, alright, well, Kisaki, you're out. And Kisaki is kicked out of Toman. So the biggest things that Takemichi had to achieve in order to change the future and to keep his girlfriend from dying in the future is he can't have one of the siblings of Kaiju kill him. And he needed Kisaki to get away from Mikey, because he's assuming that it's oh yeah, I forgot, can't come here anymore. It's Kisaki's influence on Mikey that results in Mikey going bad, and therefore resulting in all the stuff that results in the girlfriend dying in the future. So he was able to achieve that. He was able to achieve a guy from not killing his brother, from the sister from not killing the brother, able to get Kisaki out of Tomon and therefore away from Mikey. Everything's looking great, right? We get to the present. And we find out that literally, again, this is a spoiler, literally everyone is dead. Dragon, Pa, He, Izuya, Baji, and Mikey is the one responsible. He is going on a rampage, killing all the people who were part of Tomon, like the core members. And those are all the names I just mentioned, Izuya, Baji, Draken, these are the core members of Tomon. And Mikey is going around killing these guys. And so Takemichi had gotten a letter from Mikey in the present. And it tells him to meet him in basically the Philippines. They talked about it earlier on in the past. Dang it. They had talked about it in the past. Mikey was talking about how his brother, who's dead, had gone to the Philippines to find parts for a bike, and that he would want to go with Takemichi to that place one day, blah blah blah. So that's the place present Mikey is at. And so Takemichi goes there, and there's Mikey, looking quite different, mind you. He was like a cute little blonde kid in the past. But in the present, in this version, he has like dark black hair. It's cut. He looks very different, but it's very much definitely Mikey. And he admits it. He admits he's the one responsible for the death of all the core members of Tomon. And by an unfortunate set of events, Mikey ends up being shot in the head, dies. And if I remember, is he arrested? No, it's not this one. There's a point where Takemichi is actually arrested in the present for the murder of Hina, but this isn't that iteration. So, oh gosh, what happens after that? I think they start coming with the game plan that they have to oh gosh, how did that work? Because yeah, everyone was dead. I think that's what it was, because when Takemichi came back from the past to the present, he was on the way to a funeral, and turns out the funeral was for Mitsuya, who was one of the core members of Tomon. And that's when you find out everyone's dead by Mikey's hand, blah blah blah. I want to find those big rooms, those big robots. That's where you get like the memory alloy and stuff. So yeah, that's what it was. And that's when he finds out all that happened. And then after meeting with Hina's brother, Naoto, who is like the trigger for how Takemichi can even go back into the past, they're walking like this alleyway or whatever. And present day Kisaki and this other guy, what was it, Izuna, is there. And Kisaki shoots Naoto. And then a childhood friend, Takemichi, is there also working with these guys, and he shoots Takemichi. And so right before Naoto dies, they shake each other's hands because that's the trigger for Takemichi to go back into the past. And he goes back to the past, and now the present day Naoto, like adult Naoto, dies. So basically Takemichi is stuck in the present or in the past because the trigger to get back to the present is dead in the present, so he can't go back. And I think he dies too, because he was shot too by the childhood friend, Kakutan is what he calls him. So now he's like, okay, I need to work hard. And this is when I'm actually just like, okay, I appreciate the effort. Finally, you're putting in some work. Because he actually starts training. Because one of his problems is he can't fight. He can't fight or nothing. This boy is weak. But he actually starts training. Oh gosh. He starts like actually trying to learn how to fight. I was like, finally, only took you like 3 seasons, but fine. And he is at least trying to think of what he can do to make sure the present doesn't turn out the way it did. So basically what they find out is that what are these for? Where do you even move this? I don't know what that would be for. Oh, darn it. They determined that Izuna and Teta start working together. And they are the heads of this other gang called the Tenjiku gang. And they come into Tokyo, into Shibuya. Oh shoot. Which is like where the headquarters for Toman is. And they just start picking fights with folk in Toman. And Fuyo and Takemichi determined that in order to keep the present that Takemichi came from happening, they basically have to defeat Tenjiku. I gotta say, at this point, finally, oh my gosh, I need to stop doing that. Dude, Takemichi is finally starting to put some effort in. He's still very stupid. He doesn't think that much. He just does whatever and wings it. But at the very least, he at least tried to learn how to fight. Which is better than nothing. So through a variety of different events, you finally get to a point where Toman and this Tenjiku group gotta go at each other, because they've just been, the Tenjiku group has been just picking fights with random groups within Toman since they've been in the town. It'd be great if I could get some titanium alloy. What are the big robots? I need memory alloy, titanium alloy. Oh, I need. I guess broken motor's cool. Titanium alloy from that. It'd be great they sent another one at me. Yeah, this being an absolute problem. And so Mikey just like, okay, well, we have to defeat the Black Dragon, and they come up with a date when there's gonna happen and all that stuff. And it's like the date of when the big fight between Toman and Tenjiku is supposed to happen. Oh god! Dang it. Any other big rooms around here? Looks like there's one. If I turn back. And to prepare, Chifuyu, Mikey, Takemichi, they're all at this grave, and I think it's either Mikey's older brother's grave or Baji's grave. I can't remember which one. I think it's oldest brother's grave. And Izuna shows up because we discovered earlier on in the show that Izuna is actually a stepbrother of Mikey. He's Mikey's stepsister's Emma's full-blooded brother. So they're at the grave, and Mikey sees Izuna through a variety of different events. Guy in Lupe, who was part of Black Dragon, he's also there, and he's about to pick a fight with Izuna because earlier in the season they had basically taken a friend of Inupi's named Coco. I think his actual name was like Onori, something like that. But Inupi has some beef with Izuna, understandably so. And Mikey comes up as Inupi is about to punch Izuna, and Mikey's like, stop, don't do that. And he tells Takemichi to take his sister, Emma, somewhere else so that he, Mikey, can talk to Izuna. So those three, Inupi, Mikey, and Izuna, they're talking near a grave. They're not far off. Takemichi with Emma. When all of a sudden, this bastard on a bike, there's two bastards on a motorcycle. One is driving it, and one has a freaking bat. They drive towards Takemichi and Emma, and they go drive past Takemichi, and they go towards Emma. And this guy, who was Kasaki, by the way, the same bastard who betrayed Toman earlier in, like, I guess the previous season, swings with full force at Emma's head, knocking her out. Now this is when I'm kind of pissed with Takemichi, because my thing is this: they were kind of in the road, Takemichi and Emma. They were together though, but they were together kind of in the road. Takemichi heard the motorcycle coming. He saw the bat being raised. He took no effort to try and protect Emma. He just he ducked for himself. He tried to protect himself. And again, they drove past him. And then busted Emma inside her head. So I'm just like, dude, why aren't you trying to protect her? Mikey literally told him, take care of Emma, take her over there. Mikey trusted him to take care of his sister, his baby sister. And he didn't do it. He was more concerned about himself. I was so annoyed. It's like the one time you could have been that hero you're so whining about all the time. You didn't do it. So he starts crying, because that's literally all he knows how to do. He starts crying, and he's like, Emma, wake up. He starts trying to shake her, trying to make her wake up. Mikey shows up. And again, instead of trying to like call police or whatever, he's just Takemichi's just sitting there, shaking her slowly. It's like, dude, call someone, get help, get Mikey something. They're right there. Doesn't do any of that. Mikey comes up after talking to Izuna, And he's like, yeah, Emma. And quickly, boy goes into action because Mikey's smart. And he... Okay, that's a tough one. Let's do all this. He goes into action, he takes off his jacket, he bends down, and just like quickly put her on my back. The hospital's not far. Inupi's like, I'll run over and I'll tell them that we're coming. So Takemichi and Mikey start walking towards the hospital to see if they can save Emma. And unfortunately, they're too late. Mikey's like, oh gosh. Oh, no, that's not gonna work. Now think about it. His poor face. He was so destroyed. He starts like Mikey looks absolutely dead in his eyes. And he asks Takemichi to put his jacket over Emma because he's like, she feels really cold all of a sudden. They managed to make it to the hospital, but it's too late. Emma's gone. These bastards killed his baby sister. In Dragon's Massacre, turns out he was in love with Emma. He just was too scared to say anything, and Emma loved him too. It was an absolute mess. And Dragon asks Mikey to come talk to him outside. And he starts getting pissed at Mikey, just like, you were there, why the heck weren't you doing anything? It was so sad, I was so mad. You had one job, Takemichi, and you didn't do it. Because it's at that very moment he starts thinking, oh shoot, maybe this is what makes Mikey go bad. Maybe it's literally losing his baby sister. That'll do it. He's so slow. So, but the sad thing is, remember, that fight between Toman and Tenjiku is supposed to happen today. It's supposed to happen that day. But as you can imagine, Draken and Mikey are both freaking out of it. They do not look okay. Mikey looks dead, which he never does. Draken's a freaking mess. But they're supposed to be having this giant fight, but they're literally the commanders, the leaders of this gang, of Toman. But they can't fight. They're a hot freaking mess, because their loved one just was murdered. So Takemichi's like, well, we can't just not fight Tenjiku, because if we do that, we automatically lose. And they're just gonna play dirty because these bastards are dirty. Like, they apparently, Toman likes to have the respect of they don't use weapons like bats, knives, and stuff like that when they go against other gangs. But Tenjiku is nothing like that. They will use whatever. They will use bats, they will use knives. These bastards will come out with guns. Absolute cowards. We're gonna go to the depths. And so Takemichi is telling Mikey, I know maybe you not be able to go, but I'ma go. The fight's today, so I have to go. So Takemichi goes, and they start to fight with Tenjiku. And it has its ups and downs. Sometimes it looks like they're doing good, other times they're not. I will say at this point, and during this whole event, this whole fight, Takemichi did do pretty good. Not in that he fought well, he doesn't fight well, he never does. He just stays not being a good fighter. But he is able to take the lead and encourage everyone to go out and fight Tenjiku, even though Mikey and Draken, the leaders of Toman, are gone. So I will give it to him in that case. He was able to build up that courage and instigate some courage within the others of Toman to go out and do what needed to be done, even though Mikey and Draken weren't there. So they're doing the fight. It's going okay. Sometimes it looks like they're doing great. Sometimes no. And it gets to a point where just about everyone in Toman is down. And dude, what's his name? Takemichi is one of the only ones up still. And he's not fighting. He's just getting his butt beat. He just refuses to go down. He's like a human punching bag. Like, that is one of his saving graces. You could punch him for a long time. I guess you can say he can take a punch, but not even that, really. It's more like he may be knocked out, but somehow he will get back up. Don't ask me how. So because of that, that encourages everyone else in Toman to want to keep fighting, to not back down. And they kind of just stand there after standing back up. Kisaki pulls a gun out on Takemichi. He shoots Takemichi in the foot like a coward. And then right when it looks like all is lost, because Izuna decides to start beating up on Takemichi. Right when it seems like all is lost, Takemichi sees behind what's his face? Oh shit, we got a decent amount of titanium alloy that time. 0 memory alloy though. That sucks. I'm not going through that. I'm not going through that again. I guess just gotta tell the brother, right? Yeah. Let's tell him. Oh, Gideon. I defeated the Shades and killed some robots in the process. But yeah, Takemichi sees behind Izuna, who is literally about to beat the living daylights out of Takemichi. He sees Mikey walking up, who looks way better than he did not long ago. Again, just had his baby sister die not long ago, yet he's coming here. It's insanity.
We took out the 2nd floor shades.
Thanks much. Now I can make my weapons even more powerful and kill even more robots.
Yeah.
Aren't you concerned about the shades? I mean, one of those things killed your brother after all.
No, they didn't. Liar. Liar! Robots killed my brother, not shades. Big, nasty robots. Squashed him like a bug. Gonna kill the robots. Rip them up. Rip them all up. Isn't that right, Jacob? Right?
I fear the lad's mind is gone. He seems capable of nothing but hate for those mindless mechanical automatons.
One thing that's interesting is that to a point, some of the shades act a bit more human than the actual human characters in the story. What I mean is that you had that one shade who was in a library, mind his business. He was just reading books or just streaming through the library, wasn't hurting a soul. Yet we're the ones who came in and instigated the violence and acted like, one may say, a monster, which prompted the shade to defend itself and start attacking us. You see here, homie Gideon has lost like all sense of humanity because of his hatred towards the robots. But if you remember when we were fighting P-33, I feel like to a point they weren't, the shade in P-33 didn't exactly want to harm us, just that it wanted to defend something or fulfill some type of mission. It's kind of like, it reminds me a bit of the stuff that happens in Undertale, where you play as a human character, but if you kill the monsters in the game, it kind of calls into question if you really are the more humane character in the world. I'm hoping I'm making some sort of sense. Like, cause kind of like with Nier, like he's definitely a human still, and he definitely still cares about his sister. That's why he's doing all this, but he is kind of like getting in a way in that he just has this intense hatred for the Shades and does not consider them anything but worthless creatures that only deserve to be murdered, without stopping to realize some of those Shades have someone they some of those Shades has someone who cares about them, like that one sister Shade we killed in the area. Hey. I saw. Okay. Oh, so I think it was for nice. So complex words, so strong. That was much weaker. Well, guess stick with this one. But yeah, Mikey shows up. And let's see, where should we go now? Yeah, I still don't have everything for that just yet. Actually, let's go talk to Devila. And thus big fight between Izuna and Mikey begins. And at first I'm just like, Mikey, what are you doing? Because he's like getting hit, he's getting punched, and like throughout this entire show, Mikey gets hit a couple of times. He gets knocked down a couple of times, but like he's pretty indestructible. He's called the Invincible Mikey. My boy's strong. My son is strong. But in this case, he was not doing well for a little bit. And I was about to be very concerned because, like, honey, what are you doing? Please. Don't let him hurt you. Don't die on me. I can't lose you too, man. But he finally, thank God, finally starts getting into it. And he asks Izuna why he went after Emma, why he go after his own sister. And it turns out Izuna has this intense hatred for Mikey and anyone else who is technically a family member of his, because he wanted the oldest brother all to himself. He's really selfish.
Which job should I give you
Gosh, there's
first?
so many things. Research project.
That butler from the manor needs your help. You sure do keep some strange company. I wrote down the client's... Oh, you want... Which job should I give you first?
Just give me it all. Give me it all.
Seems there's a man looking for a rather unique piece of cutlery. He says he'll pay whatever it takes. Ooh, how exciting. I wrote down the client's location on your map.
It's in the village? No, that's seafront.
Oh, you... Which job should I give you first?
Oh, so I guess I lost it.
Come back when
Ah, okay, so I can only do one of these at a time. Understood.
Oh, you... Which job should I give you first?
Yeah, let's do that one.
That butler... I wrote down...
Yep. Yeah, Izuna is very, very selfish. We're gonna do some main story stuff now. And Mike is like, he understood because he found some letters that his oldest brother and Izuna shared between each other. So he kind of had a feeling that he hated Mikey. Or more like Mikey had a feeling Izuna hated him. And so he kind of understood the type of mental state Izuna was in already. And instead of just beating the heck out of him, he's like, dude, let me see, I guess I should came to your village. Boy, we sure wish your brother was around. I said, me too, Nier will kick that Shade's butt. Yeah, he's good at that. I'm stuck with her. Hey, anything for me?
Hey, Popola.
Ah, you're back.
Have you learned anything more about the Shadow Lord's key?
I'm sorry, but it's going to take me some time yet.
I see. Well, can I take something off your plate in the meantime?
Oh, how about this? You know the ferryman with the red bag, right?
Unfortunately.
Well, he's been skipping out on work lately. Can I ask you to go to Seafront and check on him?
Sure thing.
Okay, sure. Defeat the seafront, I guess. So yeah, Mikey kind of knew
This
where
feels
Izuna-
alarmingly familiar.
What do you mean?
I'm sure that couple is merely having another one of their inane spats.
I don't want to do this.
Let us do our utmost not to get dragged into it this time,
I'll try. So Mikey just like, dude, Izuna, you're acting like you're all alone, that you're all by yourself when you literally have a family member right in front of you. Like, stop acting like you're all alone, that you're absolutely miserable. He's basically saying you're making yourself like this. You're acting like you don't have any friends. You literally have a group of people behind you who are here to support you. And then on top of that, again, you have a blood brother right in front of you. Izuna goes crazy saying, I don't want to hear that nonsense and stuff like that. And so he goes up to Kisaki and he's like, give me that. And he takes the gun and he aims it at Mikey's face. And Mikey's just like, do it. Do it. If that makes you feel better, do it. And Drag is like, don't instigate him, Mikey. He looks crazy in his eyes. He's gonna actually do it. But before he does, we're gonna do this real quick. Kaku-tan, the friend I talked about who was a past friend of Takemichi, he comes up and he smacks the gun out of Izuna's hand. He's just like, stop. You lost. Mikey beat you. We lost. Calm down.
Welcome back, Master Emile.
Hello, Sebastian. I'm glad you're doing well.
Is something the matter, Butler?
I am searching, sir, for a way to restore Master Emile's body to its previous state.
Oh, Sebastian.
Regrettably, the above-ground archives are somewhat limited. According to my information, the records related to Master Emile are stored on the second basement floor. Things would be easier if I could delve into the manor's underground research facilities, but what with all the creatures there...
You want us to go down there and take out some shades?
Oh, no. I can't let you do that for me.
Emile, cut it out. We're friends. This is what friends do.
I think you just want to kill some shades, Nier. I think you just want to have some fun working some shades. Yeah, Kaku-tan knocks the gun out of Izuna's hand. He's just like, dude, stop, you lost. Have some dignity, okay? Because Izuna this entire time has been like pretty chill, pretty cool. But he has completely lost it in this fight with Mikey. I think we're in the wrong direction. Yes. I need to go to the courtyard. And then suddenly we hear a freaking gunshot. And Kaku has been shot basically in the heart. And it turns out it was freaking Kisaki. I hate that so much. He's so frustrating. He's an He is the worst. He is the worst. And that's where I stopped. Supposedly a fight between Kisaki and Takemichi is supposed to happen now. So, I guess we'll see what happens there. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I will say Takemichi did better in this fight than he does usually. Not meaning he fought well. He still got his butt beat. But at least he was able to build up some fighting spirit. And now I'm one-shotting him. Yeah, he was able to build up some fighting spirit in the group, lead the charge. So he did well in that case. I just need him to learn how to fight and stop crying so much. Oh my gosh. I was ranting to myself last night about, because people apparently, I guess, like to compare Takemichi to Deku from My Hero Academia. And don't disrespect Deku like that. Deku has a bit more oomph to him than Takemichi. One of the things I was saying to myself is that with Deku, yes, he's weak. He couldn't fight really at first. He was weak, he couldn't fight. Okay, so I'm supposed to be finding what down here? A clue apparently awaits in the second basement floor. Okay. Deku can't fight. He's pretty weak, and he is kind of a crybaby. But at the very least, he had the will to help, even when it was helpless. And when more like he had the will to help, he was willing to put in the work to get strong. He did put in the work to get strong. And he was smart. I remember this is like near the beginning of the absolute beginning of the show. When they were the students of the school that Deku goes to and all his friends go to, they were attacked by some villains. And Deku, Frog Girl, Floppy, and Mineta end up being separated from the rest of the group and like some stronger heroes and all that stuff. This is a freaking maze. Is it that way I need to go? Is this a second floor basement? I'm guessing so. Yeah, it was just those three, and they were all by themselves. And you know, Tsu and Mineta were kind of freaking out, just like, oh my gosh, what we do? We got this big bad villain right in front of us. We're only students. We don't have any training. What the heck are we gonna do? Deku, though wasn't that smart. I mean, wasn't that strong. Was smart. He figured out, after figuring out each of their different quirks and how they could be worked together, he was able to come up with a way for them to survive and get out that situation and get to safety. So though he might be weak physically, though he might be kind of a crybaby, he's smart, and that was one of his saving graces. He was smart, and he had the desire, the will to help people and try and be that hero. That's what makes him such a great character now, in my opinion. I like Deku now. I thought he's still kind of boring compared to everyone else in the show, but like he's a good kid. You can't say that about Takemichi. Bro isn't smart, he isn't strong, he's a crybaby. Even his will to want to be a hero and help people is iffy. Because sometimes he's like, oh, I just want to save everyone. And the other time he's just like, I can't possibly do it. And he just collapses in a pool of tears. It's like, dude, if you're gonna claim to want to be a hero, you gotta actually try and do it.
What's this?
It appears to be a list of names and addresses. Perhaps they were employed at the laboratory. The text is half faded, but I see one woman used to live in a coastal town.
A coastal town? They must mean seafront.
The woman is most likely dead by now, but perhaps a search of her home will turn up something.
Awesome. Got me out of there without having me run all the way back. We need to go to seafront anyway. This is perfect.
Maybe we'll learn something about Emil over in seafront.
So I'm assuming this part is side quest, right? Yep. Yeah, that is not. Takemichi is weak. His will to help and be that hero is bravery. He's a crybaby. He's stupid. He has no sense of initiative. And after like 3 seasons, he's just started to consider, let me actually try and work to better myself. So I'm not this weak, pathetic excuse of a person. So that I could actually do the thing I said I was gonna do. With Deku, he started doing that like by episode 2. And his will to be a hero, his will to help people, even when it seems impossible.
The paper mentions a house right above the entrance to a coastal town.
Is completely unwavering. Like sometimes, like, and you can see in his head, like you hear in his head what him doubting whether or not he can actually do the things he needs to do. But like he never just collapses into, or more like I would say he rarely collapses into a pool of tears and does absolutely nothing. He may collapse to a pool of tears, but like it's not someone else who's like, you need to get up, Deku. Like, no, he starts thinking about a plan himself. He pulls himself up typically. The same cannot be said for Takemichi. Do not compare him to Deku. I can kind of see why people would think they're similar, but
Where did that annoyance
they are not the same. They're not the same. I really need to stop because I need to shower and get ready for work.
Hey, you got time to help me with something?
Go on.
I need you to buy a kitchen knife from Two Brothers Weaponry and bring it back to me. I'm willing to pay a handsome sum for it.
Why not just buy one here in town? Why go to such lengths for a mere household utensil?
Absolutely not. The knife must come from the junk heap. I'll pay whatever it takes.
Read a quest, put it right.
Well, if you say so.
Thanks. When you bring me the knife, I'll give you the money.
Like I dislike Takemichi a lot less now, but he still gets on my nerves sometimes. He's like undeniably weak. He's like, and when I mean weak, I just don't mean physically. I mean physically, mentally, and in spirit. Like he way easily gives up sometimes. Like that's supposed to be one of his saving graces, that he doesn't know when to back down. But like there are multiple times in the show he's just like in a pool of tears, just like, oh, I can't do anything, I don't know what to do, I failed again, oh, blah 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 blah. And he's just sitting there. I'm just like, what happened to one of your saving graces is that you don't give up. It looks like you're giving up. It is bad. It is bad. Deku is nothing like that. My boy got a bit more couth than that. So yeah, that's where I am in Tokyo Revengers. I got 2 more episodes left in this season. And then I gotta wait for season 4. So yeah, good times. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna watch after this. I would say I do like the show. I just wish again Takemichi was just a bit stronger, and not even physically. I'm not saying he has to be a good fighter. Like, just give him something more. Like, he's smart. I'm not trying to have all that happen. He's smart, or that I don't know, he has a completely unwavering spirit the way Deku does. Or he at least tries very hard to better himself. He doesn't just stay a weakling. Like, you saw him try and better himself once when he was punching a tire so that he can actually learn to fight. But, like, that's about it. You could have had, like, a training arc the way they did for Deku. Because that's what they did with Deku. Deku got really strong. He took his time with the help of All Might to get strong physically and mentally. And that's when he got All for One. And then from there, he had to work really hard to learn how to control. Not All for One, One for All. He had to learn how to control One for All and all the other quirks he ends up having later on. Like, could have done something like that. They don't. I don't know what it is. It's such a weird idea to have a MC in a show where one of the biggest things that happen within the show is fist fights and fighting. And the MC is weak AF and is just a punching bag. That's all he is. It's bad. It is bad. But I guess his spirit is at least starting to get a bit better. But even that again likes to waver sometimes. Like, if you're gonna be, you can't be both physically weak, athletically weak, mentally weak, and also have a weak spirit. Like, you can't have all that weakness. You gotta have some type of strength. That way people can find something to be like, you can do it, Gunbutter. You can. I can't do that for him. I'm just like, dude, it kind of is the point where just like, dude, you're not trying that hard because you're just as weak as you were at the beginning. So how can I cheer for you exactly? But finally, it seems like he's at least trying. He's still very weak in all those categories, but at least I saw a little bit of effort to not be so weak. But I'm not sure how far they're going to go with that because I think season 4 might be the last season. So I'm not sure how much this kid's going to change in one season when it's been 3 already. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, do not compare him to Deku. Deku has way much more everything compared to Takemichi. Still a crybaby, but he's not as much of a crybaby. That boy, he's not a man, he's only like 16. That boy is strong mentally, and he built himself up to be strong physically. Takemichi is weak mentally, and he's really not building himself to be strong physically either. So like, don't disrespect Deku like that. Okay, so that's it for today. So we didn't do a lot of the main story. We're probably going to focus mostly on main story next time, which would be talking again to this complicated couple to figure out what is going on with their marriage life again, I guess. So that's for next time. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on next playthrough. Bye bye.